Welcome back to Week 6 of Premier League in Pints. Game Week 5. Another great game week. Maybe not up to the par of last week, but pretty good.
I thought it was fun.
Definitely
I had a good time.
A lot of talking points, and you always bring that up when United does good, and when they do bad, you
Brian's
always
like,
say, I had a
yeah,
terrible time.
It's like, I don't think this game
You can already tell the
happen.
result of the United game just in the first minute.
Just like
from
Brian's
Brian.
introduction. It's like, yeah, we didn't play any games the other week. We didn't play well. It's fine. We're not even talking about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. Don't lie. And we have controversy.
In game one, right off the bat.
The Merseyside Derby.
One of the two games of the week. Yeah,
that
definitely
you like?
Merseyside Derby.
After looking at the actual games themselves, definitely the game of the week, because the other one left a little to be desired by both sides.
On paper, should be a good game. Just really wasn't that exciting, but we'll get to that later.
Correct. Let's go to the first one.
Liverpool, Everton.
Yep.
Good.
It was a fun game.
You gotta say it so fast.
Yeah, I did.
Everton,
with that?
Liverpool.
There was goals. There was
Controversy.
controversy.
And what do we love to talk about, boys? VAR.
Ass.
Nope.
Or
Thank you.
No.
VAR.
So
Center of controversy once again.
Yeah.
Once again, the center of controversy.
Well, anyway, before we get to that.
Other
goals
things
here.
happen first.
Yeah.
Correct.
3 minutes in, Sadio Mane. Pretty good build-up play by Liverpool. I mean, good finish. At that point, it's 3 minutes in, you're thinking,
Yeah.
all right, everything's coming back down to earth now. Here we go.
Yeah, you're like, this is the game. They're not going to live up to the expectation.
Yeah.
Everything's going to go downhill. But no.
And also, it was the game right after they lost 7-2 at Aston Villa. So,
Yeah.
maybe they have something to be desired, right? They need to prove themselves, so they come off, firing right away, and then Keane comes down and scores a
16
little bit
minutes
later.
later.
Yeah.
Off a wonderful, incredible, never seen better corner kick by James Rodriguez.
Oh my God, dude.
He's so good.
Every week, I'm going to keep
Yeah.
a
And
tally going.
Listen, this man gets an assist or a goal every week. We're going to keep saying his
Do you
name.
promise the first week he doesn't get an assist?
I won't even
You
talk
won't
about it.
mention
He
him
won't
once?
even exist unless he does something else that's cool.
And,
All right.
and I mentioned this last week, right? I jumped aboard the train
Choo-choo.
for James.
I am-
Now I'm riding first class. I'm sold.
But
100%.
I'm conducting it. Conducting the train, if I hope that's the right word. I believe it's the right
It's got to
word.
be the right word.
I think it is.
I think
you're
I
looking
conductor.
can't
at-
think of any other train worker terms.
Yeah, no, it's definitely conducting.
Isn't engineer also one?
Yeah, but I don't think he's driving.
What's the...
Well, maybe he's driving
No, I
the
think
train.
conductor is the driver.
Guys, welcome to Premier League and Trains. We just talk about trains apparently now.
Trains
This is where we
Trains
are.
and fines.
We traded our pints for trains.
Yeah, So if you guys want to let us know, pretty sure it's conductor, but verify for us, would you?
No idea.
Okay, so back to soccer.
Yeah, so my thing is, good on Keane to get to that ball and win the header. Adrian should have did a lot better in goal. I mean, he got a big piece. I think he has to keep that out. That's just me. But then, Salah had a bullet of a goal.
Hold on,
Later
where
on
does
that one.
Yeah, when was Salah's goal? Was it second half?
72nd.
Yeah, okay, so before that, end of the first half.
this is what I'm
the
trying
first
to get here.
controversy. I know.
Right,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I was
yeah,
trying to get
yeah,
to. I was
yeah,
trying to
right.
get the timeline.
Do you want to
correct.
set the scene?
Right. Set the scene. Paint us
Sure.
a picture.
So
Paint us a picture.
Paint us a picture.
So
Bob
I
Ross.
believe this is off what? Is a free kick that gets sent back in?
I
Van
think
Dijk's up there.
it's
So
either
yeah.
free kick or corner. I can't
Okay.
I
remember
just
which
realized
one.
you said Bob Ross.
So there's some type of set piece gets played in by Liverpool, and Van Dijk is back post, and Jordan Pickford, the sane person that he is,
Dude's nuts.
comes out with a less than stellar challenge on Van Dijk's knee. Basically like a double-legged
It's a straight up red card. And
scissored to his knee.
Van
It's a
Dijk should
red
be
card.
shocked. His leg was still attached.
Well, barely, apparently.
Well,
because he went both legs up, studs up, and he made contact with the defender.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
So
but
now-
here's
We were
what
gonna say
you're
it's a
probably
red
going to
card.
say.
But why wasn't it?
Well-
What's the reason?
Well, this is I think a part of the rule that I don't
dumb
even
is
know
this?
if anyone knows the answer to. I'm sure someone there knows it.
I doubt it.
But like if a play, and like I can't even see both. I can kind of see both. But so if a play is considered offsides, but the challenge happens after that player was offsides, I don't know. I don't think they have the ability to go back and look at it.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Go back and look at it is one thing, but the refs are being told to keep their flags down and make the call after if it's an offsides or a foul like that, so they can take their time and look at it. But if VAR wasn't a thing, I would think a ref would call that
Keep
a
it a
red
flag up
card
right away.
But my thought, I'm not arguing. I'm just trying to give a
I
other
understand.
side
Let's
to
go.
it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, see, if he's not offsides, then the goalie doesn't get put in that position to have to make that challenge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Wait, say it again.
Like,
So-
if Van Dijk isn't offsides on that play, then that situation doesn't happen. But it's because he was in an improper position, it leads to that challenge. You know what I'm saying?
No, because even if he was still on side, it would still be a ball in, and he's still
Yeah.
going for it.
Right, but I'm saying, like,
I think if you're,
but like Van Dijk, wasn't Van Dijk the one who was offsides in that play?
correct.
Yes.
Right. So if he's not offsides there, like, that challenge doesn't come in. Like, you know what I'm
If
saying?
he's not
like
offside, if he's not offside, if he's in a different position.
technically he's in the wrong first. Is like my view on it.
Okay, yeah.
That's my thought. Like, so if he's not there, if he's not offsides already, then the challenge doesn't ever happen.
Well, my thing, yeah, I guess you're right. No, I mean, yeah, I guess not.
But you get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm starting to understand what you're saying.
I think that would be the other side of the argument.
I get what you're saying, but like people get red cards after
That's what I was gonna say.
halftime or after the end of the game for like behavior, and if there's like a fight or something, that's another thing. But
So
I
now,
get like
That's true.
And again, but you're telling me too, if say someone's offside, right?
Correct.
The guy's offside, whatever happens, and then a guy just pissed off. Like say he shoots the ball after the play, at the goalie. Goalie gets pissed off and goes to kick the dude. That's a card.
But that's after the whistle blew. Like, this isn't. Like, this is still technically in
Yeah.
valid play.
to me, I think it's still a part of the
Something like
game. Like the game's still on, it's still going forward. So what? It's an offsides. There's still contact, and it's malicious contact.
Yeah, that's what you have to figure out. Like if you know he's offside and you're gonna let the play continue, like you said, that should be included in the game.
But is it? I'm not sure.
Clearly not, because he can get a card.
Like, I don't think they ever look at it, or they don't talk about them looking at it at least.
But anyway, so
Yeah, but to your
Back-
point, like I don't. Sorry to cut you off, but like I don't know if you can, because it's offsides, go back and review it. Like
That's what- yeah.
I get your
So-
point, but it's like
but then back to what you said
I think
before,
it's pretty clear.
that I agreed with. Even if he's offside, you have to, because no whistle ever went, you have to include that in the play. And whatever happens during that time should be part of the game.
Yeah, and then say that was given a red card, that changes the entire, landscape of the second game or second half.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
let me put a complete hypothetical on you here.
Oh God.
That kind of adds to this a little
Here
bit.
we go.
All right, so say right now, it's the 91st minute in a game,
Uh-huh.
right? Game's about to end, and someone gets sent through on a breakaway,
Yeah.
right? And they're offsides, but the flag doesn't get raised. It's a tie game. A guy takes him out from behind. Complete obvious foul. Does he get a red?
It's offside. No. If it's
But that's the same thing.
then if they're gonna call it like this with no card,
Right, it's the same
then that's not a
situation.
card either.
Technically, it's the same
If
situation.
if the ref blows the whistle, if he runs over and gives the guy a red card, right, and then they go back and they review it and say he was actually offside, I think they have to take the red card away.
I think that's kind of where, like,
That's the gray
it
area.
works in some situations and it doesn't
That's
in others.
the gray area.
Like, what do you think there? Like, that makes it tough. I think that's why they can't do it.
It's so dumb. I hate VAR.
Wait, so you're saying if it's 91st minute, the guy's on
Yeah,
a breakaway,
Right.
and he gets fouled?
Like, the defender swipes
He
his
just
legs
takes
because
him
he'd
out
rather
from
take the
behind,
red
slide
than the obvious breakaway.
But the player
But
was
the player's
originally
offsides.
offside on the through ball, and they go back and they see he was offside.
I think it's still red.
You can't.
You can't, because the same thing happened here.
I know. I think that's a wrong call too.
See,
what happened here?
I think that if in the situation
agree.
I just proposed, I don't think you can give the defender a red there. It's just not fair. Like, in no way is that fair. Like-
See this. See, I would. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would give the red here. I wouldn't get.
But you can't. You
I
can't
wouldn't
do
give-
that. I think that's the
know.
issue.
Oh my lord! What are we doing?
I think that's a very good point. Like, I think that's a very valid argument for both sides here. Like you can't.
My
Like,
mind is
you're putting
blown.
the defender then in a horrible position every time.
Yeah.
but that just encourages like people being like.
I'm not saying it's a
People
good
can get
idea.
hurt if you're saying like to take the red card and then have it called back because he's offsides.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, are they setting it up for that then?
I'm just getting
I
ahead.
don't think they know what they're doing with VAR.
Like-
So Van Dijk's knee is still attached, by the way.
But not. He's got surgery out for I think 6 to 8 months. They
Did
said.
he rupture his ACL?
I believe so. Yeah.
He's out for the season,
guy.
I think.
Yeah, I don't think he even made their Premier League roster, whatever it was, squad.
Yeah.
The 25 man that they had to release.
That's
But
terrible.
I think this is a very interesting topic, and like we're only 5 weeks in. I'm curious to see if this happens again, if it gets talked about or it gets played out any differently. Like the refs have to have some type of code that they have to go by for these type of situations.
Pardon me, if this happens again, I want it to happen differently. I want to play out where the guy gets the red card, so then we could see if there's a difference or not. If they have some type of idea of what's going on, or if they're just clueless. I kind of want it to happen again and go that other way. Obviously, I don't want to get hurt, but not in that sense. But like, I want there to be a red, but actually there'd be an offside or whatever it may be, and then they keep the red, and I just want to see what happens. Like why they said that's one thing and this is another.
I would love to get
the differ. Oh God, another hard.
I think we're gonna put out a poll. We're gonna have to put out a poll, like giving the hypothetical situation to see what people think should happen.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because I can see both ways. Like I see why it should be a red, and I can see why it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So
anyway, back to the game.
Yeah, because there's more controversy. We didn't even get to the end yet.
So, Liverpool's second goal, Mohamed Salah, 72nd minute.
Great finish. Good finish.
Great finish.
Great finish.
Terrible defending.
Yeah.
Ball's coming in. Mina doesn't turn his body. He just tries to like jump and do some weird side foot back heel with his right foot instead of just kind of going to turn his body with his left foot and clear it. One time shot from Salah and it was an absolute laser beam.
Yep.
No one's saving that one.
Nope.
And then Calvert-Lewin continues his little tear.
Can't stop scoring. The man cannot stop scoring, just like Hamas can't stop assisting.
Sure,
Can't stop scoring.
Both Everton goals headers.
Had what?
Both were headers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just realized that. And then more controversy happened.
Well, first there's an obvious red. And that's not even controversial. That's a red.
Did you see the shit that happened after the game, like on Twitter?
I don't think that was okay. We saw this after, but the Thiago account was a fake account.
Was it a fake
Yeah,
account?
I'm pretty sure it was a fake account.
It's still
But
hilarious.
it's kind
Okay,
of
it's
funny.
still funny though.
It's still funny.
So funny.
I thought it was the real
break
account,
Break
but
it down for people back home.
I can imagine him not saying that, like, you know. But
so-
it was a bad challenge.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah,
Absolutely terrible.
So who was tweeting this thing? Richarlison was saying he was sorry.
Right.
Whole big thing, and then it was quote tweeted by Thiago. Just said, "Fuck off."
Yeah, but I think after looking at it, it was a fake account, but it's very funny.
Before I knew, even now, I know it's still a fake account. It's still funny.
Like I don't think Thiago, like 2 weeks into Premier League season, is just
Goes,
telling
"Fuck
someone
off."
that on Twitter.
That's still funny.
But very funny nonetheless.
But,
But controversy.
More of it. Here we go.
So I don't think any of us here root for Liverpool ever,
No,
and they're playing basically anyone ever root for them. Boy, did they get screwed.
they got fucked.
Yeah, it's so upsetting
Super
for them.
screwed.
And I'm always
their
like,
fans.
Liverpool gets the best side of everything. They get all the calls. They
Not
get all
this
the
time.
ball. I
Not
can't
as a
even.
league.
They got screwed.
For all the help they've had from VAR in the past,
They got screwed.
this just kind of reversed it right here. Like Van Dijk, the best player, got out.
Like they
Off something
yeah.
controversial, and then the goal taken away. in a
Like
very
they kept
important game.
they kept showing that still image
I
that
was
like
like, where is
VAR is looking at, and we're all just like, I don't see it. I don't.
That's
I don't,
onside.
I don't see
No
it.
one had any idea.
Like you're proving to me here that he's not offsides, and you could see the shock on everyone's face when it got rolled off.
It's just such a bad call.
I just don't get it.
Unless.
How do you go to VAR and get that wrong?
Exactly.
That
But unless you said
VAR in a
we were
nutshell.
seeing what they saw, unless they had some miracle angle that they just want to hide from the world that showed him offside,
I don't think they do.
they are losing their goddamn minds.
Those stupid
They're
lines
out of their
and their
minds.
stupid graphs and their grid.
All of that, exactly. All those grids and lines and trigonometry, algebra, I don't know. There's big words that I don't know the meaning to, and you still get it wrong. Are you kidding me?
I still want to know: is there like a technology that like looks? It's like, all right, when is the exact second that the player kicked the ball? Because if it's not, then this is the stupidest thing in the world.
They probably have to have,
They have to have
something that does it.
Well,
Like, they
we
could,
thought
could
they would
tell
have
when
the-
ball- Oh, go ahead.
We thought they were going to have the whole red card, whistle offside thing, VAR thing figured out, but they didn't have that figured out in this game either. So who the hell knows anymore?
So just when like we thought VAR was really, they're doing a good job. They're looking. Yeah,
better.
nope. They just screwed two times in one game. Can't talk.
I don't know if we even mentioned it, but Liverpool scored off that play too. Which I don't know if we said it, but
Henderson.
a ball in, Mane. It was a really good ball in too.
Yeah,
I think it was
great
from Thiago. Or was it Thiago? I think it was Thiago. Sent the
think it
ball
was.
in, and Mane just plays the ball, and Henderson gets a foot on it and scores. And like they're going crazy, like celebrating. I would be celebrating too. Like you
Just
think
never
you're on sides,
right, you don't
and-
think you're off any ever there.
and then you go to the
You're
VR
not
and you're
off.
still on sides, but they call it offside. So
Henderson's reaction to that getting called off was kind of priceless.
Yeah. It was fun.
But I can see why he's pissed. There's no reason not to be there.
Yeah.
Dude, what the hell's going on? Just come on.
So entertaining game.
So
Yeah,
that was
early game,
14
but-
minutes. We just talked about that first game.
Yeah, for, you know,
Yeah.
if you're not a fan of either one of those teams, like for us, like that's just a fun game to watch. Like,
Sorry, I made up because we
much
did have a
going on.
couple snooze fest this weekend.
yeah, we had a few.
But
This next one wasn't.
Next game
no,
wasn't-
the next
no.
this weekend started off strong.
Stuff hot.
Strong.
Straight banger.
So we got Chelsea and Southampton.
Yeah.
Why not
Chelsea
being
go
that?
up 3-0 in the first 15 minutes, I think.
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
Oh, 2-0.
Yeah.
28
Oh,
minutes
that's right.
in.
Havertz scored second half.
Yeah, 28 minutes in, Werner had 2.
Yeah.
The first Premier League
So
goals.
the
Good for him.
signings for Chelsea look at least contributing
Yeah.
in this game.
I mean, I think Chilwell assisted the first one, so he's involved in the play.
Right.
Werner finally gets off the mark, gets his first 2 goals, and pretty good goals at that. Like his first good goals, I know. It's like,
Good. It's a good.
just let that pass, man. Let it pass.
Yeah.
Let it
can't.
pass.
After everything I say incorrectly, no.
There's just no way I can let that go.
So he had a good goal. 1-on-1 with the goal, or he kind of took on a lot of defenders and just placed it in, and then
Very good.
very good. And got me all thrown off now. Someone else start talking.
Pulisic looked terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, Pulisic comes back from his hamstring injury, and honestly, not even sure he played. But
Yeah, I know.
he did play, but I'm not really sure.
And like you said, his first game back, so
Yeah, you got to give him a minute.
Wait. No, which goal was it? Was it the Chelsea's 3rd goal, I believe?
Yeah, he was like
He played a part in that.
He was like the hockey assist.
Yeah.
He played a part in it.
That's it's bad when we're looking for like hockey assist stats to like yeah, he played all right.
Because America.
But Southampton is just the dog that keeps fighting.
Danny
Did Chelsea get
goddamn
like
Ings.
too comfortable or something? Like
We'll talk about too comfortable later.
yeah,
There's a game where they were tucked in bed
Oh,
and
yeah.
sitting in comfort.
yeah.
Did not end well.
Spurs.
Spurs fans, you can close your eyes, close your ears for that one.
In your eyes if you're watching.
And your eyes, yeah, that's true. Eyes and ears. I can't talk. Don't mind me. I'll be over here all week. So continuing the Southampton Chelsea game, Danny Ings scores again.
Yeah, Danny Ings scores.
And that was off a mistake from Havertz too. Held on to the ball for too much and just had the ball poked away, and basically Ings was in from there.
Well, yeah, I think Southampton's first 2 goals were just pure mistakes. Mm-hmm. Because in the back on Adams' goal, it was Zuma and Kepa.
Zuma just did not pass the ball back hard
Yeah,
enough
and
to
the-
Kepa.
Why is Kepa still playing?
And then Kepa comes out and he just kind of does this weird little slide at him, misses, and then when he's going back to the goal, he slides 2 foot in the air. His feet like hit the post, so he wraps himself
Yeah.
around, and then it just tapped in. I'm like, what are you doing?
I think I could do better
Dude,
keeping
he's-
than that.
Didn't
Oh, I don't think I know. He sucks.
Didn't another goalie jump into the post this week? Or is this the one we're talking? No, there was definitely another one. Continue.
De Gea went into the post, I think, this week. Was that this week?
Maybe that's what I was
De
thinking of.
Gea went into the post, he had his shoulder a little bit, but
Maybe that's something. Yeah, it might have been that one.
maybe.
All right,
But-
continue.
but he literally 2 foot of the post. Like, it should have been a red. Now, like, he's so bad.
He should have been a red
2 foot of the post, red card, studs up.
on the pole.
He's
Yeah,
making a
you can't
joke.
hurt the pole like that.
That was horrible. That was terrible.
I'll be all week.
It's not a good one.
No, very well not.
Anyway. Very well not.
Oh my
You're all screwed.
That's why we have pints.
We should just go back to talking about trains. Probably better off there.
Guys, new logo coming out next week. Premier League and trains. Okay.
What the fuck is going on?
So it's I can't. Even talk.
I just want 2-2.
All right, back on track here.
It's
Let's go,
2-2 at
boys.
this point.
We're talking about trains. We're getting on track, right?
Yeah,
Here's
so
where
we're
going.
oh,
Let's just chug along here. Come on.
I hate both of you. So it's 2-2. After the Adams goal, 2 minutes later, Havertz scores.
This is going off the rails.
Oh my god.
Let's see how many train punts we can come up with.
No, let's not. Because
I'm sorry, guys.
No, let's
if
not.
you're watching this, we're like beat red right now.
Let's not make train punts because I'm gonna make one and you're both gonna think it's terrible, so I'm not gonna try.
Oh man.
Next stop, Arsenal City. You want to talk about that game?
We didn't even finish this game.
Sorry, I got ahead of myself.
Oh, it's okay.
So now it's 3-2 after the Havertz goal. But Southampton, what, Garrett?
I'm trying not to laugh.
For once, I'm
I
the one
know,
trying
Go
to
ahead,
keep
Brian.
things,
Keep
things
Get
going
us in
here.
line.
Come on.
I thought you were going to say something else. I really did. So Southampton have a free kick, I believe. It's played in, and I think Walcott,
Yeah.
does he put it back in? And then it's just the slightest touch off of, was it Vestergaard?
Yep.
Yeah.
And 92nd minute, Southampton pretty much steal a point from Chelsea. As far as everyone's concerned, Chelsea dropped points there.
I don't know about steal, but I mean, I think it was well deserved. I think they played really good in that second half, and Chelsea obviously came out strong, but Southampton were very much in the game. I feel like most of the time.
Yeah, well, when I say steal, I mean just the last second.
Yes, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate
Great
that.
game. Great game nonetheless. Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again, a second game in a row where if you're a mutual fan and you just want to watch the game, fun game to watch.
Yeah, and I was happy Chelsea didn't get all 3 points. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but
yeah, very professional here.
yeah. You can tell.
So next stop, Arsenal versus City.
son of a bitch. That's all you guys.
You want to
Because
start?
this game,
I mean,
as a mutual
listen,
point of view, this game sucked.
this
game sucked.
I mean, as a fan, it would suck. I mean,
It
we
was
won,
terrible.
so like I'm not that mad, but like, pretty boring game.
Not much happened
Like-
at all.
Neither team could put much together. We scored off a rebound goal.
Yeah, which Leno probably could have done a little bit better on.
Yeah, I mean,
Rebound.
Foden shoots, gets rebounded. Sterling puts away a half
Great haircut,
kicked
by the way.
finish.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Great haircut for Sterling.
No. We're bad talking about trains, talking about haircuts. What are we doing over here? All right, all
One of our
aboard.
best.
And,
Welcome to the show.
So, I mean, we have notes, but really, we were so excited. We watched this game. We're like, I mean, City's losing. City didn't have De Bruyne, so that's your creativity's lacking. Aguero does come back, but he didn't look great. I'm sure he's probably not in his full game shape at this point. But
Yeah, in Party's first game, I was hoping he got the start. He didn't.
He
which,
didn't.
I mean,
came in late.
I get like it's his first game in the Premier League. You might want to work him in, give him a couple minutes, but like I was excited. I wanted him to, get the full 90 in there, or at least play the majority of the game.
Yeah.
But just from Arsenal's perspective, you could tell that there was definitely a lack of creativity, and I feel like that's something I say every week now. They just don't have that person like that Ozil in his prime. We'll talk about him later, but they don't have him in his prime or someone who creates chances or someone that, dominates the midfield. Like,
Yeah.
they've relied too much on, Aubameyang and the wings and, like, balls over the top and, like, sending
Yeah,
balls in.
I do feel at one point Aubameyang took the shot and off Ederson's shoulder. He just kind of fought it off and went over the bar for a corner.
Yeah, I think so. Was it Obama?
No, it was Saka, I think,
Yeah, I think it was Saka.
Yeah.
who's been one of the bright spots
Yeah,
of the
but-
season so far.
Yeah, I mean
for
that was
us.
a great chance for Arsenal there. I mean,
Understood.
but I mean these are two
He has
teams
to
we
finish there,
expect. They have high-powered offense. They both lack defense.
So again, that's why I was thinking this is
You
going to be a shootout.
All right, you don't expect this game to be a 1-0
Yeah.
garbage goal decided in two
Snooze-fest.
games.
Boring, yeah.
I mean, it was. I was struggling. I was struggling to like find some positives on this one, but neither team looked great.
Yeah.
Especially after the two games earlier in the day, you're thinking, wow, now we're into this game. This is going to be awesome. And then
And don't get me wrong, it wasn't like the defenses played incredible. Like
there was nothing
they
going
didn't
forward.
really. There was nothing going at them
Yeah.
for 90 minutes. I mean, although it looks like Pep's trying to figure out something with our back line at this point. I mean, he's trying to. I don't know if he's trying to convert Ake to a left back because he has Neves now. Ruben Diaz. I said Neves last time too.
Yeah.
Ruben
He's
Diaz.
on Wolves.
And he has Laporte. Walker is going to apparently start forever. I don't know why.
Well, you're a big fan of him, right?
Shush.
I think I'm funny.
But so I don't know if he's trying to like convert Ake to a left back. He's not a left back, but I mean he's better than Mendy probably, and he's our only option, I guess. Is that what we're like coming to the conclusion of? Just everyone else sucks.
Yeah.
Cancelo's not great either. Waste of space. Zinchenko hasn't played in I don't even tell you how long. So Ake for left back. All right, here we go. I'm gonna keep drinking.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to talk too much more about Arsenal, but they still haven't won away at a Big Six club in like 4 years now or something.
Wait till they go to Old
Something
Trafford,
crazy. Yeah, we'll probably get that one, but
Oh.
I still think compared to last year, there's definitely still a clear plan that Arteta's trying to put in place with this team, and
I agree.
I still think we need to give them time. It's not easy, regardless if they're missing De Bruyne. It's still a strong City team.
Right.
Like, you don't expect to like blow them out or get like, a win would have been nice. A tie would have been even nicer, but given we're a team that's still rebuilding and there's still clearly pieces that are missing, I wasn't expecting too much more, even though I projected a win last week, I think.
Yeah.
So there's still positives. I'm not going to get down about this, but hopefully they can bounce back this week.
All right, we'll go going.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
No.
Just keep chugging.
Go ahead, now you're up.
I noticed what you said there, by the way.
I was just. We already said it once. I was just adding on to it. Chugga chugga choo choo.
Why?
What? What are you talking? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. So the Man U Newcastle game, 2 minutes in on goal for against United. I thought, here we go, we're done. A ball came in. Luke Shaw just kind of
A lot of faith. A lot of faith there.
Can you blame me?
Given their current form.
Yeah, can you blame me?
That's not wrong.
Ball gets crossed in. Luke Shaw just kind of throws his leg at it and just kind of loops past De Gea. I don't even know him move. Surprise. But yeah. So at that point, I'm like, all right, here we go.
So we found out that if we put our phones too close to the microphone, it makes a buzzing sound. So we're gonna.
Very annoying.
We're gonna try to avoid doing that. Worse on Instagram for some reason, but you know.
But then I think in our notes here, it says the fridge did something. So Harry Maguire scores a goal.
No, what are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, corner kick. He just kind of beat everybody. No one really challenged him.
No, it was pretty
Good
much wide
header to
open.
the far post, and I mean, I'll take it. I mean, he's good for one goal every 3 years or so, so I'll take it. And then nothing really happened for what, another 80 minutes, 60 minutes.
Pretty much, yep.
Yeah. Then United comes down. The Bruno goal was great counterattack. Ball gets played down. I think it was
I missed something.
what?
I don't know.
No, just keep going.
Okay.
Oh, Van de Beek plays a long ball. Rashford gets in the end of it. Goes down. Kind of takes on his man. There's a back right into Bruno who puts it top corner. No one's saving
Good
that.
finish.
And then
Bruno scoring without a pen? What?
Yeah, I know.
It's like a miracle.
Well,
I don't like him.
Well, he missed one.
yeah, there was. So first of all, in this game, it was who was it that went down in the box? I forget. Oh, it was Rashford. The ball's running away from him. Then he gets kicked and he goes down.
Oh, this was terrible.
Yeah. And
this was
he's just barely in the
I
top of the
forgot
box.
about this.
Yeah, so Rashford's in the box, top of the box, makes a move, ball's getting away from him. He does get kicked.
Oh,
he goes down, but the ball
Kicked is a
tapped.
stretch.
Yeah, the ball's clearly away from him. Nobody appeals for it.
My man got toe poked in the shin guard.
Nobody appeals for it at all. They stop the play after the ball, next time the ball goes out. They go over. Ref takes a look. I'm like, are you? Even at this point, I'm saying in our group chat, I'm like,
Yeah, we have a group
I'm
chat
like,
of
this is terrible.
nine or 10 Premier League fans, and I don't think one person.
Yeah,
We have,
bad.
3 of us are Man U fans, not us. 3 of them
Yeah.
are Man U fans, and no one thought that should have been a penalty.
No.
Hey, ball don't lie.
Oh yeah, well yeah, that's what I said the same thing right after it happened. I'm like, ball don't lie, because there's no way that should have been a pen.
No, not even close. And who was in goal again? Was it Darlow? He played out of his mind. This dude played the last 20 minutes with like a torn groin or something like that. He just wouldn't stop.
It's impressive.
Yeah, and United kept had chance after chance
Yeah.
at the end, I feel like, too.
Yeah, they dominated. They actually looked good going forward for a change, which never happens.
I mean, against the inconsistent Newcastle side, we'll say, because they've had some shocking results, but not a team that we expect. Man U's expected to win this game,
yeah. I mean,
regardless of form. Like
Yeah,
they're
no,
supposed to win this game,
but like I said, then
but they did. So good on that.
Yeah, then the Bruno goal was pretty nicely set. He finally scores from not a penalty kick. Wan-Bissaka gets his first in his 50th
Did you guys see the story about Wan-Bissaka?
Yeah.
appearance. Yeah,
God,
I
man.
know.
This is just like
It's inappropriate. We're not going to talk about it.
I didn't say we were gonna talk about it. I just
I
said,
did.
did you see it?
If you haven't seen it, go and look it up. It's the weirdest.
My man's
thing in-
bouncing around, just
Yeah.
doing
But,
his thing.
Yeah, he gets the ball.
Doing his
He
thing.
gets the ball to the right of goal, and then he just kind of puts his foot through it, roofs it, and then the Rashford goal is kind of crap. Like they had it 5 minutes on. They're in the 96th minute. A long ball just gets played, and just no one's really paying attention or trying at this point.
The Newcastle defender was like, fuck it.
They're
at
like,
that point.
yeah.
It's like, I'm not going to chase after
Yeah,
you.
you're way
Yeah,
too far
Rashford
away
just
already.
gets on the end of it. It's a one-on-one with the keeper. He just slots it in. I kind of nailed a call for you fantasy for me though.
I mean, not really. I came back the
Oh,
next
you did.
morning.
Yeah, you did. But
I got unlucky
I
breaks,
mean,
man.
Man, you look good. I mean, there was actually something going forward for a change. And, I'm not pointing fingers. If Pogba didn't start, could be we still do it. Because that guy sucks. Juan Mata had a very good game. He got to start. I thought he played well.
You know it's bad, like when you have to turn to Juan Mata to turn
And
the
he's been
team
doing really
around.
good for them in
Yeah,
in
Juan
their
was
cup
in.
games.
Yes.
He was doing good for them in their cup games, but I mean, let's say it's a game that.
Bro, if you say it's a game they should have won, we said it 7 times
I
already.
said
I'm
like
gonna
you
slap
said.
you.
I just said like you said. It's a game that they should have won, and they did, and I'm happy. I'm good.
All right. All right, here we are. Before we go to the next game, can we, next week, I'm going to have, back issues for the rest of my life with how we have to sit in this chair. We're going to have to, rearrange next week, boys. Yeah, it's a futon with zero back support. I'm, leaning, I'm hunched. So we're going to have to figure I think we should next time yank forward. All right, so next to remodeling. So we've talked about trains and remodeling this week. Some soccer thrown in here and there.
Some soccer, mostly trains.
Mostly trains.
I think after the game we're about to talk about, they're going to want to hear about the trains.
You know it's a great movie, Polar Express?
I think it's overrated.
I actually don't even like the movie.
I'm
It's
not
just
a
the only
fan
thing I
of
can
it.
think of about trains.
But the next game is Sheffield and Fulham.
Thomas the Train Engine. Thomas.
No, that was...
The train engine.
No.
The tank engine.
For once, I think I'm the number one here. That's all I'm saying.
That was the train engine.
Oh, man.
So Fulham, Sheffield, anybody?
Yeah, this was a game that happened.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I don't want to spend too much time on it, honestly.
Both goals came in the last.
I don't think anyone wants to spend too much time on it.
No, I think it's a game. I think we were split on our predictions for this one. I think we some of us picked Sheffield, some of us picked Fulham. But if City Arsenal was a snooze fest, this was almost as bad.
There were more goals in this one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, Lookman's goal for Fulham, I mean, it took 77 minutes for the goal to happen, but it was actually a nice finish, and they just signed him on loan for the season, so I'll be interested to see if he provides some spark to their attack going forward.
Fulham has some players. Yeah, I mean, they have some players that they can make an impact. It's the rest of their team getting the ball to those said players is the issue. And Sheffield this year, I'm sorry, but they could get relegated. They don't look good at all.
They should.
I don't know what happened from last year to this year, but they look terrible.
No wins, 1 tie, 4 losses.
I mean, their defense.
We always say they rely on their defense, and they haven't been up to par
it's
this
been
year.
shambles.
At all.
Absolute shambles.
But yes, that game did happen. The next game also happened. Palace and Brighton also 1-1.
Yeah, a lot of ties this week.
Yeah.
Wow, there was a lot of ties this week.
But again, it's another late winner though, or late goal from Brighton to get a point.
Zaha scores again.
Penalty kick.
It's a pen, but he scores again. I mean, he's scoring this year. He didn't score much last year, so.
Yep, and he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, well, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
And then McAllister scores in the 90th to steal a point or save a point for Brighton, and then Dunk gets a red card 3 minutes later. So that's smart. But another game that happened.
Yeah.
Anything else on that one?
I mean, one interesting thing was I think Brighton dominated the game. I mean, in both possession and shots. They had just looking at 20 shots versus Crystal Palace's 1 all game.
Jeez, yeah, you're right. And 34% possession.
So, I mean, it's really unlucky for Brighton not to come away with one there, given that they had much of the ball and much of the chances. But yeah, I think Brighton's a team that could surprise us this year, and I think they can go on a run. I think their coach is good. He's trying to have a new philosophy for the club. He's bringing in some good players, and I think once they start to click, they'll be a decent team. So I think they could finish in the 10 to 13 range this year if all goes well for them.
That's it.
They don't look like they're one of the worst 3. That's for sure.
No,
I think those have almost been locked up at this point. But
yeah, so interested to see how they go.
So a game we're all kind of itching to get to now. This is probably the best remaining game, I would say.
Right out the gates.
Because there's another game here that kind of let me down
Right
a
out
little
the
bit
station.
later. But this is first. So
There's the look.
Dude, come on. That wasn't a good one.
It's pretty good.
that wasn't bad, to be honest with you. So Spurs comes out of this game like bats out of hell.
Harry Kane,
1,
the assist
2,
machine.
3 in 16 minutes. And we're texting our group chat. We're like, oh, that's it. Tottenham's going to be a problem this year.
Yep.
They look incredible. And
they're only going to add Bale.
right. And then a team that is literally coached by the park the bus master
Couldn't
screws this up.
Yep.
I mean, there was
Props to West Ham, though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I know we're going to get there. But can we talk about it?
Yeah.
The last goal in this game
Yeah.
was, oh my God, one of the nicest goals. It could be a goal of the year.
Yeah.
Like, it was a
Yeah.
It was
Bullet.
outside the foot, too.
yeah,
right?
it was
That's
a
gonna be
rocket.
really, really tough to
He
beat.
came across it kind of funny because like a defender was coming at him, and he kind of just like swung with what he had to,
Yeah.
and it just bends away.
It started like in the middle of the goal.
It was beautiful,
I mean, Larry's got a hand to it. Good for
did.
him for even getting a hand to that.
but it was a screamer
Dude, that was
Lanzini, too.
to tie the game in what
Yeah.
the like 90th,
94th.
94th, or even better.
Yeah.
Did you see the tweet of like the Tottenham fan? He's like, West Ham brings on Lanzini and we bring on Bale or something,
Yeah.
and then he goes on to hit that screamer to tie the game, and like I think someone on West, I think it was Declan Rice.
Yeah.
It was like, LOL or something. Like,
He went this tweet didn't age well.
oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Absolute troll
It was
job.
so funny. But yeah, I mean, this was a great game. I mean, nothing really happened in the middle. The beginning and the end were fun.
Yeah,
But
I
like
mean,
we talked about the like Spurs coming out like right out the bat. But I mean, Kane and Son,
their connection
is-
clicking. They're clicking.
Yeah.
They're really,
Deadly.
really good. Yeah, it's just
they're
gonna be a scary duo. duo.
they could be, both of them could be top like 3 in goals and assists if they keep on like this. It's crazy.
Yeah, probably Son will be 2, Kane will be 3, and then Hamas
Hamas,
will be 1.
100%.
But no, dude, they're scary.
They are, but apparently they can't. I mean, this is
I feel like defense is like a common theme we've talked about this
there's
year.
no, I don't know,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Teams are so good going forward.
And speaking of defense, can we talk about the Sanchez own goal real quick?
sure.
The
Talk about it.
the ball's put in. It's behind him, and it's probably like stomach level. He goes down to head it, facing his own goal, and it just perfectly to the
Good
side.
finish.
Great finish. But why are you going for it? Like, I feel like the head there was just not the right move.
I don't know if he really had
the.
the time to go leg though. Like, I just think it was like a bad position overall.
Yeah, you're right. I think
It was a good ball in,
pretty
and it was
off.
hard to
Yeah.
clear no matter what. I feel
If
like.
his positioning was better, but
Yeah.
that was not good. No.
No.
But Bale does go in this game.
Bale does go in.
Didn't look great, didn't look bad. He just kind of looked there.
When's the last time he's really played?
I mean, he hasn't played a game, and I'm sure it's
Exactly.
going to take a minute.
It's been a while.
But so it'll be curious to see if he starts next week. Now that he's got time,
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of interested to see.
Well,
if
really
he plays.
quick.
Yeah, because I'm not talking. It's fine. Keep going.
No, you saying that? I'm building off of that, Garrett. You space up this lineup. I mean, I
He goes
assume
in for
starts-
Bergwijn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was asking where he would go.
Yeah, right. I mean, Bergwijn's been in that spot. I think Mora's been in that spot a couple times. So I mean, they have other people there, but
I'm just asking.
I mean, there's no way they sign him and don't give him a chance. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, it's all about if he's up to match fitness.
which I think it's gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I don't think he starts next week. I say the week after.
But he looked happier. You can't say he didn't look happier.
Definitely. I think anything. He's happier.
Yeah, as long as he's out of there.
And off topic, Real without him today just got screwed. Like, so, got killed by like a terrible team. So
Was it Shakhtar?
yeah, it's like Shakhtar missing like 10 first team players.
Yeah.
Good.
That's
screw
not
it
good.
up.
That's and United. Real were playing like their strongest lineup too.
Is doing it for me now too?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Um,
I've had it here all the entire time.
Yeah, but when you lift it up.
we good
Sorry
on
for
this
the
game?
Frustration there, boys. And girls. And dogs.
Frustration. Yeah,
Yes.
frustrated.
Not frustration. Feedback. I meant to say. Frustration came out. I'm just always frustrated with Brian. What?
All right, so next game.
Do anything.
Leicester versus
along.
Villa.
We were all looking forward.
Yeah, and this
It
is
was
another
a good game. Like,
Good.
it was a good game. Another game you expected more scoring. I think.
Yeah.
I think we all did.
Yeah, after the 7-2,
Right.
7 goals that Villa put up, and Leicester with they're missing Vardy, and
Which is a big
Madison
deal for
didn't play
them.
most of the game.
Yeah.
So two of their biggest creators and finishers weren't there.
But Villa looks good. You can't say they don't look good.
I thought they were the better of the two teams
I think so too.
I agree.
the entire game, and they
Yeah.
were away. I know we talk about this with fans and no fans and everything, but
Right.
still going into their stadium, they played good. They had their chances. They controlled the ball.
Do you have stats on this game, bro? Can you pull those up, please?
I think it was pretty even, but
49-51 in favor of Leicester.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
Leicester got a lot of their possession towards the end when they were down.
yeah.
Actually, no, wait. I think
No.
Barkley scores late.
Scored on the
did.
91st.
He
Yeah,
scored
never
late.
mind. Don't mind me.
Good on Ross Barkley, too.
I mean, in the last 2 minutes, they really dominated.
Good for him. Good for Ross Barkley. I've always liked him. Good for
Yeah.
him getting the goal.
I mean, you could definitely tell a goal was coming at the end. Like, I
Yeah,
didn't know
it's
which
how-
way it was going to go at the end, but
It was
it
happening.
was so back and forth. The game was opening up. You knew a goal was coming. And then just so happened to go Barkley's way. And props to them starting the season 4-0. Like,
Oh, they're
who the hell would have thought that?
and not like a bad 4-0. Like they've played Leicester, Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean those are good wins.
2 teams that are projected to 1 win the league and 2 finish top 4 by some people.
Right. Like I mean, regardless of injuries, I mean it's a good win.
Can we just talk about Grealish?
He's very good. And he wears very tiny shin guards.
He does. He is so good, man.
He's
He's so good.
He's the guy like you hate him if he's not on your team, but
Yeah.
love him if he is.
I respect him either way.
Yeah, I respect him.
I mean, at this point, if you're England, he has to be your center mid, right?
I think so. The last international break he was playing.
Right, because I mean, it was between him and Madison who was going to kind of step into that role, but it seems like Grealish is
Well, if they play like a triangle, they could play
Both
both
of
of them,
them.
and then like a Rice or someone.
But
That'd be kinda
he
good.
looks incredible. He is the creative player that a lot of big teams need that they do not have.
Mikel Arteta, if you're listening to this,
Yeah,
go
good
all in
luck.
for him in the summer.
Unless Villa drops, I think he's content.
staying.
They're going to build around him.
He's staying, yeah. And like, who knows? Wherever they finish this year, they might be able to get better
You
players.
get one or two signings that could change a whole team.
I mean, look at Leicester. Like,
Yeah,
they had the one season, and it was all mostly off of their own homegrown talent and like just through their scouting system and everything. And from there, they sold players to bigger clubs. They made profits, and then they
made
went,
some money.
They made money and then bought the players they needed to buy, and now they're a
Contender.
consistently top 6 team.
Right. It just takes that one player, that one season
Spark.
to
Yeah.
change your whole team. And Villa's a team that has like a history. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they have a bigger history than a lot of clubs in the English system. So I'm sure their fans and their team are happy to be back in contention and winning games. And after almost going down last year, this is a huge turnaround for them.
Yeah.
I mean, before they're 4 games in, but I don't think anyone has Villa going down this year.
Yeah. I was going to say, it is early, but, like, do you think, like, the hype is real with them after watching them play a couple games? Like, where do you think they could finish this year?
Top 6.
No, I would say like 8,
Top
7.
6.
I think
I
they're
don't-
top half of the table, yeah.
Oh,
I just don't-
100%. I think I would say like 8. 8's probably a good number.
They're going to win the league.
I mean, we keep saying you can't pick every team to be in the top 6. Like, eventually there's going to be 6 teams. Like,
Yeah.
because, I mean, let's be honest here. Assuming, unless all hell hits the fan, Van Dijk is terrible. Liverpool's finished in top 6. You assume City was.
At this point,
Everton, based on, at this point. Tottenham looks, although a horrible tie this week, has looked still very good this past few weeks. That's 4. So you only have 2 more teams that could really fight their way in.
Well, it's not Arsenal. It's not United. Because we suck.
But I mean, so you'd have to either be putting them ahead of one of them.
Oh, we
And
forgot
then
about, did we even say Chelsea?
No.
Oh,
So you have Chelsea.
Yikes.
Who again hasn't looked great though, but I mean,
who knows? I mean, yeah, who knows?
Big teams have fallen off these last few years in placement wise. So, but I mean, I think 8. So if Villa finished 8, I think that's a very successful season for them.
They'd be happy with that.
100%.
Well, especially after almost going down.
Correct. So
Yeah.
good on them. All right,
Next game.
chugging along. Choo-choo.
Probably the game of the week. West Brom, Burnley.
Can we just skip it?
Let's be honest.
The only thing we have here is
We
first
didn't watch it.
0-0
You didn't watch it either.
First 0-0 draw of the season. That's it.
I mean, that's saying something, though. There's been a lot of goals this year so far. 'Cause, I mean, I think there were a lot of 0-0 draws last year. I mean, I don't know.
Unless you're a West Brom or Burnley fan, you didn't watch this game. Let's be honest.
Even if you were, you probably still don't watch it. Let's be real.
You had it in the background. You were cooking something. You know.
You were doing
Yeah.
homework or
You
something. I
were,
don't know what
yeah.
you're
This.
doing.
This
All right,
was-
so we're good talking
So,
about that, right?
all right.
Yeah, Leeds Wolves.
Like, we try to talk about everyone, but this game sucked, guys. I'm sorry. Like, we try to give a little bit of something for each game, but there's nothing. There was.
Yeah, so
That was it.
Wolves beats Leeds.
Yeah,
1-0.
I was hoping for more out of this game.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I got
was
to
too.
watch it on Monday. Wolves defensively did a great job. Leeds was throwing some pressure.
They were pushing.
They were
They were
pushing
getting
hard.
chances.
Yeah, and Wolves, who I wouldn't say is really known for their defensive prowess, held up against a very threatening Leeds side for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Bamford had chances. Harrison had a couple chances, I think. Like, I mean, I think Patricio had a really good game, too.
Yeah.
Like, their defense did, but so did the goalie. And then even they have, like, an outside back, what's his name, Kilman, I think. Like, he stepped in for the outside back who got hurt, and he's been playing the last 2 games. He got an assist, and like who knows, maybe he's going to be a staple in that defense now.
Could be.
And I'm not sure if it's him, but I heard them mention in that game someone on Wolves got their start from like futsal. Like he was a futsal player.
That's pretty crazy.
Yo,
And it might be him. I'm gonna have to look it up after this, and we'll get back to you. But I think it was him.
That's pretty cool.
Kevin Kilman.
yeah.
Wolves.
But so the goal in this game is the goal couldn't do anything. I mean, it was a horrible deflection from like on the 18. So there was no chance. The reaction time, you'd have to be Spider-Man to stop that ball. And I mean, Wolves, they had a goal called off for VAR. They took the lead once, got called back. VAR, great finish on the offsides goal, by the way. That volley was pretty insane. But they did what they had to do to win. Leeds showed, they can't power through every team 4-3, 3-2, This is their second low scoring affair. I have a bug flying at me.
But yeah, Leeds, I mean, they're still a strong team. And like you think of Wolves. Wolves was a top team last year. They were I don't know where they finished, but they were up there. They definitely looked strong and one of the stronger teams. And now Leeds they're fighting strong against them. They had their chances. I do think they're gonna surprise people this year. Top 6 finish, guys.
Yeah,
like,
right.
The other 18 teams in there.
I think this has got to be one of the most unpredictable years I think we're gonna have. Like anyone could finish. There's no front runner. I don't think right now. Like anyone could finish anywhere. Any game is a toss up each week. It's come like.
And it makes
great.
it so much more enjoyable
Right.
for
Yeah.
us. Like Liverpool won the league like 2 months before the season even ended last year. That's kind of boring. Like people just don't care about it anymore after that
I
point.
mean, at this rate, Everton's gonna win the league by week 10.
Like
But,
you think
Alright,
back.
you
I hate to
player
bring
of the
this
year.
up, Ryan, but like when City won the league, when United
The best.
literally came down to the last day.
How do we turn this
of
off?
the season.
Not even the last day. The last
How do we
minute
How do we turn this off?
Those are the best kind of seasons because there's something
to play
to
for.
look
still.
forward to and play for till the last day of the season.
Right. And I mean, after a year last year that got, like you said, it was put away already. They had to restart it after 3 months just to finish it out. The excitement's pretty much gone. There was some Champions League play still to settle out.
Yeah.
But if this season continues on the track that it's on, this is going to be one of the most exciting seasons we've had since Leicester won the title.
Yeah.
Or the Liverpool City 100 to 99 point year was pretty crazy too. But it was just 2 teams at that point. You know what I mean? It wasn't like there was 4 teams fighting.
Yeah.
It was 2. But I think this year you're going to have a lot of lead changes and a lot of table shifts throughout the year for sure.
So Max Coleman?
Yeah.
Okay. He was named man of the match the other day.
Fantastic.
He's 23. He was released from Fulham's academy team as a teenager.
Likes long walks on the beach.
He went on to win 25 appearances for England's futsal team.
Does he drive
That's
a train?
so crazy.
I don't see any trains in
No,
here.
that's unfortunate.
But yeah.
That's awesome.
No.
That's pretty crazy.
And then he was signed by Maidenhead, and now he's
Probably
He's
good
playing the
foot
Premier League.
skills.
good for him.
Hey,
Futsal.
do what you got to do. You can't give up.
So that wraps up game week 6. 5?
Good week. It was a good week.
It was. And hopefully there's more good matchups this week coming up.
Yeah. Before we get into anything else, quick little run through here. Top 6 in order. We got Everton, Villa, Liverpool, Leicester, Arsenal, and Wolves. Those are your top 6.
There's your actual top 6 right now.
Your bottom 3, Burnley, Sheffield, and then Fulham.
Which could be the bottom 3. Adding West Brom in, maybe, but
Yeah.
somewhere. But
I think West Brom
United's only
goes
5
down.
points clear. So.
well,
Yeah.
I think Burnley will somehow stay up, but
yeah. Well, we also have game before. I know you have 4 games too. Actually, we have 7 points. You don't. Shut up. Keep going. Was that it?
That's it.
So we had a couple other interesting things. Like we talked, the squads were released. I guess each team has to release their 25-man list of players that are eligible. And a couple at least one surprising person on a list I don't think anyone saw coming. And one, I would say surprising, but maybe not surprising, omission from one squad. Dan.
and that omission is no one other than Mesut Ozil.
You know what? I think they got mad. He wanted to pay for the dinosaur. I really do.
The power move, I'm telling you. He was trying to assert his dominance there. And they said, nope, not having that.
He did put out a statement though. He was outspoken about it.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he didn't just say like, oh yes. He's like, no, they suck pretty much. He's like, I'm gonna keep fighting, but they kind of suck.
He's like, loyalty is hard to find nowadays or something.
Yeah.
But honestly, having watched him play for the last 5-6 years, however long he's been here, like, yes, he's had great seasons. He just doesn't have like a strong work ethic, and I think Arteta's trying to get players who are going to give 110% every single game. He's trying to build that kind of culture around the club, and Ozil isn't going to give you that every time. Like, he's the high earner there. Like, he's capable of he can change a game in some cases, but in other games he goes missing. We're basically playing with 10 players. I think Mikel Arteta doesn't want someone on the team who's going to be like that, and he can rely on game in and game out. But I still find it hard to believe that he's not one of the 25 best players in Arsenal's team.
There's something that I saw today. I don't know how true this is, but what do you want?
Get closer.
I was sitting back here and you heard me before. Jesus Christmas. Anyway. What?
Children, let's go.
I did read something today. I don't know how true it is,
Yeah, you are
but
mine.
they were saying that at one point, because Ozil spoke out about something going on with the Chinese government, that higher-ups at Arsenal were saying, we need him out, you can't include him because of some type of political confliction. That's just something that I read. I don't know how true it is, but
Like, my thought on the whole thing is, it kind of goes, it's back to, like, the same thing with Bale. Like, you know what? If you're not happy with him, and he's just going to sit on the bench, he's not making the squad,
get rid of him.
loan
Let
him.
him go play.
Sell him. Do something. Like, what's the point of having him sit there for $345,000
It's probably
day?
Ozil's decision.
You think? You think he wants to stay?
Probably. He's making so much money.
Yeah, but you could still get loaned and play, and you're still making that money.
Yeah,
Little
but
flies,
I don't know.
Like,
don't
if he's
think
not
that's what he
making, like
wanted
you
to
said,
do.
top 25, I mean, you're not playing ever then, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't make the Europa League squad either, so people were saying like he could have played his last game with Arsenal already, and
Yeah.
now they're just gonna coast him out till the end if his contract runs out. So
When is
What
that,
is
do you
that?
know?
he's on the last year of his contract.
So,
I mean, it's sad because he's a great player. He's done great things for the club, but it just all kind of seemed to fizzle out. It just hasn't worked the last couple of years, and he played with Arteta too, which is surprising. Like, you think there'd be like a better chemistry, or
Well, he said he likes the direction Arteta was taking the club.
yeah.
But like then it comes down to is it a coaching decision or is it, as Brian stated, maybe something higher that the coach doesn't have control over? We don't know.
Once his contract is up, do you guys think he still is at Premier League?
No, he's going straight to the MLS.
I'm just asking.
No,
He's
might-
playing in Miami, 100%.
No.
I 100% think
All
so.
right, well,
He
if
might
he's
go to Turkey or somewhere like
okay,
that.
I was like, if he stays in the Premier League, which team, if he does, and if he could, which team would need him?
Mezit's going to
I'm just curious what
Miami.
you guys thought.
he's playing for Beckham and Inter. Telling you.
That'd be kind of cool.
Quote this now.
All right, timestamp is 52 minutes 38 seconds.
All right, so should we go to the surprising person who was
Oh, yeah,
on
so
the
it's-
squad? This one threw me for a loop. All right,
On
so
a team with some goalkeeping
you might
errors.
you might see him in the team sheet next week. You never know.
You might.
All right, so on the list of 25 players for Chelsea's team, Petr Cech
Makes the 25.
makes the 25 as an emergency goalkeeper.
That's incredible. I think it's incredible.
That's so great. I love it. Can you imagine him starting over like Kepa one week?
Yes. Can I just say, this is going to go back, I think it was like a year or two, but this is like one of my favorite Petr Cech things of all time, is I think they were showing like the preview for FIFA, right? And
I saw this.
and it's like manager mode or whatever, so it shows the players come in and talk. And it shows Cech like in a suit and a
his
tie, and he has his headgear on.
How you get around.
And Cech commented on Twitter and was like, "All right, guys, I don't wear it all the time."
What would you do if you were just walking down the street and you see him strolling down his head?
Like that was so funny. I mean, that was like his thing, but like, come on, guys, you're a $1 billion video game. You can't have him take the headgear off for
Well,
the
for a
meeting.
while, he was like, wasn't he like a semi-professional hockey goalie for a little bit too?
Yeah, he did everything.
Yeah, this dude's
Petr Cech's a
nuts.
stud.
He plays drums too, like pretty good.
Like,
fun fact.
He might be the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah, he's up there,
This guy's the best.
up with Thomas the Tank Engine.
I saw that he made the 25-man.
Probably just ignoring it at this point.
Yeah, I saw he made that 25-man roster, and I was like, yeah, this is the best thing.
Talk about a guy that's
that's ever
chugging
happened.
along, man. He is that guy. Sorry.
What else we got?
So
But he's before we move on, like he moved back to Chelsea as like a technical director role
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
So he helps with their recruiting and things like that. And
maybe he's purposely recruiting bad goalkeepers
So
he
he
can
can get
play.
back in.
So he
Look
can
how,
play.
look how damn desperate they are for a keeper.
yeah, so I mean that's
It's how bad it kept.
really funny though. I mean, Can you imagine just seeing him in like any game? Like, could they even like sub him in now if like they wanted to?
I think so. I mean, he's got to be on the active for that game.
As long
needs
as
to make the
he's
list,
on the
yeah.
bench, yeah.
So I mean, Kepa or Mendy, you would assume would have to either be injured or.
What about Caballero? Is he gone or is he?
That's a good question. How many goalies do they have on the list?
I'm trying to Google
Someone
it.
pull up Chelsea's 25.
Yeah, well, it's going to be...
I forgot about Caballero. Looking at it then, looking at it now. I don't even know.
Yeah. So
So while he types, we'll keep going. We'll get back to that. You got it?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I lied. He found it. I'm gonna go back to this right now.
My phone never loads.
All right, here we go, Bri. You got this.
All right.
So speaking of
let's
trains.
see. Yeah, he's on here.
Caballeros.
they have four goalies.
Yeah.
Because they have Caballero, Petr Cech. I don't see. Oh, there's Mendy.
Yeah.
Did Kepa make it?
Yeah, he had. Yeah, they have four
Yeah,
goalies.
They have 4 goalies.
They
on
have
the
4
25
goalies
man
listed
roster.
on a 25-man roster. That's insane.
The reasoning was for like COVID.
I guess that makes sense, but come on, 4 goal. What is your goalies going out partying every week?
I don't know.
It's actually thinking about that COVID though. Like, what happens if like all your goalies are like you can't just sub out a goalie? Like, that's not like an easy thing to replace.
Well, now he can with Czech.
I'm reading this now,
He's
too.
in a bubble, just living.
This list doesn't include... I mean, all the lists don't include players that are on the U21 teams.
Well, yeah, because they could pull them
Yeah.
up. I guess. I mean, I guess yeah. In
I'm just
theory,
saying
then
for now.
you could drag up anyone, but
Did you guys know Kurt Zuma's middle name?
no,
Happy.
that's awesome.
It's Kurt Happy Zuma. I swear to God.
That's incredible.
All right. So one last thing I wanted to talk about
Just
this
made my
week
day.
was there's been talks of this
For a while.
for a while. The European Super League, we're calling it European Premier League, or there's different names you can call
yeah.
it. But essentially, what it is the big clubs from each of the main European countries and leagues will play in like a quasi league kind of thing that will come during the same, or that will happen during the same time as the regular domestic leagues.
Correct.
So basically, what it's proposing is it's backed by FIFA. It's like an 18-team league, and then from the Premier League, you're gonna have like Arsenal, City, United, Liverpool, and
Spurs.
Chelsea.
Or no, not Spurs.
Chelsea. Spurs did not. From what I heard, Spurs wasn't making it.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I know. But then
Probably-
like you also get
Probably
like
one of the best out of all of them right now.
yeah, but you get your PSGs, you get Barcelona, Real Madrid,
Inter,
Inter, I think is
Bayern,
one, Bayern.
maybe Dortmund.
But you get these top clubs from playing every week, and the real draw behind it is there's gonna be a big game regardless. If you get like an Arsenal versus like a Real Madrid, it's still gonna be a good game. You're not gonna be playing like a Burnley or someone. So like,
Are you guys for it? If it happened, are you for it?
No.
Is
No.
my question. See, I'm not either. I think
No.
a good game every week takes away
yeah,
from it being a good game.
Also, a
in my
league
opinion.
like that, a league like that takes away...
If you said the
I mean-
same thing I just said.
No, it takes away from the intensity of the Champions League.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's the big thing.
Like, you're
That's
going to
a
see these
key.
guys play all the time. You only get maybe see them play in the Champions League once.
That's a key point to this is that this is backed by FIFA, not by UEFA.
Yeah.
UEFA is Champions League. This is FIFA. So this is something completely
Fuck you, FIFA. Kidding.
different that
Jokes.
would obviously go head to head straight with UEFA, which I'm sure at that point would cause a complete shitstorm.
I don't know if they would go together though.
I'm not saying we go together, but like scheduling and all that stuff has to be something that has to be annoying and crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're adding
I'm still
another
against it.
17 games to a team's calendar year.
Yeah, but I'm thinking
Arguably.
like from what I was reading and what I understand, like I think it's like a one or the other. So if like the teams are in the Premier League or the European Premier League, they opt into that and then they continue to be in that. They're not going to be in the Champions League. This would
So
take place.
stupid.
What?
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I don't know. I would have to learn more about it, but from what I understand, it replaces it for some
so
of
then
these players.
UEFA's got to be pissed. Like, there's no way. There's going to be some type of legal
There's gonna be a
or
lawsuit.
public
Yeah.
There's
battle
gotta be a
because,
lawsuit.
I mean, UEFA would then basically lose their biggest competition in the
Ever.
world.
Yeah, but the incentive is for the bigger clubs that they're going to get a shit ton of money.
Well,
and
right, it's all money.
endorsements, and there's already $6 billion backed. Like, they have investors for this
Yeah.
already. It's not going to happen. I doubt it's going to happen, but, like, people are willing to do it, and people are talking about it. It's bringing it up the
It's
discussion.
just crazy to me. I don't know. Like, I think it takes away, like, to me, it's forcing good games instead of it happening naturally, which is, to me, I think it kind of ruins it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can pull big teams and throw them into a league. It's like, that's great, but, like, I think, like I said, it forces it. It's not,
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't
money
feel
grab.
right about it, in my
Again,
opinion. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, another money grab in soccer, no way.
We should see where that goes and if anything happens.
That's
But
one of the dumbest things ever.
I doubt it. Anything else we want to talk about this week? Oh, next week's games, right?
Yep.
Gotta get to
That's what I was
that.
gonna say. All right, here we go.
Real quick, rattle them through. You have 10 seconds for each game. Get them.
All right, ready? Who wants to start?
You can start.
Villa and Leeds.
Good game.
Good game.
Pretty good game. I think Villa's playing a bit better than Leeds at the moment. I think Villa wins 3-1.
Okay.
Garrett, West Ham hosting Man City.
I would like to see City get the win here. Hopefully De Bruyne is back. I'm not sure if he's going to be. Hopefully the defense plays okay again. West Ham's a team we should beat 100%. So City gets the dub.
Dan, you have Fulham hosting Palace.
Nice.
Why do I get the shit ones every single week? How does this happen? It's like the third game of the week.
You're reading
Does it
it
have
for
to
10
be
seconds.
a shit one? That's all I want to talk about this game.
Dan just got a one-way ticket to the shit games.
One-way ticket. It's like I'm being hit with a bullet train or something.
That was forced. That was a
Yeah,
little
no,
forced.
man.
We're going to go Fulham is not going to win this. So
No.
Zaha gets another win with a penalty.
Wow. I would say game of the week here. Chelsea at United. I mean,
Probably.
the way it's going, I mean, I don't think United's defense can handle Chelsea, to be completely honest with you. It's going to be, and if United even has a midfield, because, I mean, Juan Mata, yes, he played well last week, but can he play with the Chelsea midfielders? I don't think so. I think it is a 3-1 Chelsea win. 3-2. I think we get 2. Garrett, you have Sheffield at Liverpool.
Sheffield looks bad. Liverpool's still Liverpool. Although it'd be, I mean, I wish Liverpool was going against the more attacking side to see how they do without Van Dijk right away. But I still think Liverpool wins. Maybe by a couple goals. I don't see Sheffield maybe scoring. So
Here's Dan's game.
that's not bad.
No, it's not. Everton at Southampton.
That's a good
Not
game.
too bad.
I like it.
Watch it.
You know, I've been big on Southampton this year. They're gonna give Everton their first loss of the
No
season.
way.
I don't see it.
You're not gonna hear James Rodriguez's name next week.
I mean, they can still lose, and you can still hear his
And
name. Don't get me wrong.
no, you already agreed you weren't gonna do it.
No, you said if he didn't
If
get
he
a
doesn't
goal
score,
or an
lose.
assist.
Yeah, he's not gonna score, and we're not gonna talk about him. He's not gonna get an assist either.
I will literally just wear a Hamas jersey out of spite if that happens.
And
Or like a face mask, maybe.
Can you please?
Calvert-Lewin might score, so I'm not gonna say that. I'm confident in the James thing, and I'm confident that Danny Ings is getting another hat trick.
I hope Hamas scores in the first 3 seconds somehow.
Yeah, we kidding me.
Next game, Sweater.
Newcastle and Wolves. Going forward, I don't think Newcastle had too much attack against United. They had a few chances, not a lot. I don't see them beating Wolves at all. I think Wolves are a good team this year. Top 6 for sure. Wolves win by a couple. We'll go
Give
back
it
to
to
Dan.
Dan, yeah.
Dan, you have Leicester at Arsenal.
Good game. This should be a really good game. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think Partey will get his start. I think.
Cool with that.
I mean, Leicester, they don't look great defensively, I feel like. They also lost their best defender. Soyuncu, I think, is out for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Honestly, I'm hoping Arsenal can get a win. I'm hoping it'll be they get the win, but I think it's going to be close. I think it'll be like a 2-1 game or something.
I should go back to Dan for this one just because it's funny.
No, I got it.
West Brom and Brighton.
1-0 Brighton. Keep going.
Tottenham at Burnley. 4-0 Tottenham. I don't know. Bloodbath.
I don't know about 4-0.
Kane or Son's getting a hat trick. I'll tell you that right now.
I can see it.
You know what?
What
Bale's,
about both getting a hat trick?
Bale's getting his first goal in the Premier League.
I hope
Back
he
in
starts.
the
I hope he
Premier
starts. I want to see him
He's getting his
start.
first goal back.
What time is that? That game's on Monday, right?
Monday at 4 p.m.
Oh, at Turfmoor? Jeez, it's a late one.
It's terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your preview to Game Week 6.
7, 6.
Game week. That's going to be game week.
It's gonna be game week 6.
Oh,
Preview,
okay.
preview
Game
2,
week
Game
5.
Week 6.
Yeah.
Anything else we have to talk about? Oh, we're an hour again. Look at us go.
I don't think so, but you have to check our Twitter poll and our TikTok because I'm going to put videos up because I want to see people's reaction to those situational hypotheticals that we put up before. Because I think it's a very controversial topic. And I'm curious to see what other people say.
Has any
We're the opinion of 3 wonderful minds up here, but there's a lot of others
that can
enlighten us, maybe.
season had this much controversy this early on?
Yeah, last year. Last year was a ton of controversy. It was the same thing.
It's early on, huh?
VAR. All VAR does is cause controversy. Which is the whole point of it was to not cause controversy. It does the exact opposite.
Nah, I get rid of it. I'm over it.
It's never gonna happen at this point.
I
It's just
know.
how it's applied. But
Anyway,
all right, we finished our beers. We finished our words.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
Follow us at League Pints on most socials.
Yeah,
Thank
if you're
you.
listening to this, Premier League and Pints on YouTube, go over there. You can watch us talk. You can see our pretty faces, and then you can hit the subscribe button too.
And I'm hoping we get a back chair next week. All right.
A back chair?
Yeah. Chair.
The fuck is a back
to our chair. Shut up. All right, we're out.
It's food on that chair.
Choo choo.